Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm on my way down to Borrow Pit Pond, or pool as it's called. And I'm looking out over Borrow Pit Meadows. And behind me I can hear the occasional clatters because it's the local tip. And there's also a sewage place as well. So underneath these meadows, buried under clay that was dug out from what is now the pool, it's an old landfill site. So nice that it's covered and blends in with the surrounding agricultural land. Yeah, there's a couple of what I presume are gas release points, but apart from that it's just green and looks lovely. When you think of all the human debris, waste, rubbish that's under there, the mind boggles. And despite recycling, we still seem to have an awful lot. I'm going to pause there because the way down to the pool is a bit wobbly and steep. So I'll meet you down at the bottom. And here I am now at Meadow Pit Pool. Again, something beautiful as a result of all our waste and rubbish over the years. I love that stand of silver birch across the far side, reflected in the water. If that was my dad here, he would be taking a photograph of that to paint it once he got home. This used to be a fishing pond, but there's a notice is up now saying no fishing, no swimming, and ice is dangerous. I've not got my fishing rod with me. It's not cold enough for ice, and I wouldn't swim in there anyway. You can see very little wildlife, just one duck over by the silver birch. But this area has been hit by the avian flu, and I know that several swans have been found locally and have to be euthanized because they had the flu. So birds of any variety that aren't just wild ones, sorry, not just, that aren't wild ones, are having to be put into covered areas. So peaceful. And again, notice telling me that this is an older buckthorn. Small and easily overlooked tree. Sounds like a lot of humans, doesn't it? It's the big, blousy, I'm here, bust thrusting, chest thumping humans that make their presence known. Just as with the trees, it's the big ones, the oaks, the chestnut, that make their presence known. And there's the water just reflecting the sunlight. And forgive me if I've told you this tale before, but I will tell you again. When this person has passed, I'll just pause. So back to that tale of mine. I'd come for a walk here with a guy that I'd met quite some time ago, quite a few years ago. He was very much a townie, well, a Scouser, true Liverpudlian, and he loved it out here. But when we got to this pool, there were several people fishing around it. There were a lot of water birds around, and there was, I can't remember now whether it was a coot or a moorhen, but one obviously had difficulties, fortunately not far out into the water. And I said, I've got to get it. I said, well, how? So I rolled my trousers up, took my shoes and socks off, grabbed hold of a branch, and in I waded. Oh, the mud between my toes, I can remember the feeling now. It wasn't a pleasant one. And I picked up the bird, and sadly it had got fishing twine wrapped round one of its legs. It was soaking wet. Its feathers had just been soaking in the water. So I asked this guy, have you got a vest on? Well, the look on his face. Why? I said, well, I need something to wrap this bird in. Anyway, I went round and got a plastic bag from one of the anglers, wrapped it in with its head popping out, and hastened home. Dried it very gently with my hairdryer, and then off to the vet's. Sadly, it had to be euthanized because its leg, the tendons were cut, it was too badly damaged. And I thought, oh, flipping anglers leaving their spare line around. But I did my best. I always have rescued birds. I've had rescued, I had a jackdaw for ages last year that only had one working wing. I've had sparrows aplenty. I've had ducklings with varying degrees of success at enabling them to continue with their lives. But as I say, I did my best and I continue to do my best. So I shall just wander on, get a couple more shots of this water. I love it when the trees are reaching over and reaching down. Moving here. Oh, I can see a huge great carp in there. I presume it won't show on the camera. And there's quite a few water lilies. Pretty. And now that the working, whatever it was, doing some work on the trees or the land around, now that's stopped. Peaceful. Oh, 2 ducks now. Oh, well, that's 3 ducks is better than none. I'll love you and leave you. Oh, I can see a fish jumping out of the water. I imagine that the camera won't have caught that. Thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye.